Hello students, I am Abha Mahajan, TGT English, KV number 3, New Kent, Amritsar. Today we shall read the chapter 3 of your book, Footprints Without Feet. The name of the chapter is The Midnight Visitor and is written by Robert J. Arthur. As you come to know the title of the story, it must have aroused curiosity in you regarding who is the midnight visitor. Whom did he visit and why? The whole story revolves around a single visit of this visitor. Now, first, we are going to read about the author of the story, Robert J. Arthur. He was a writer of speculative fiction, known for his work with the Mysterious Traveler radio series and for writing The Three Investigators, a series of young adult novels. Arthur was honored twice by the Mystery Writers of America with an Edgar Award for Best Radio Drama. He also wrote scripts for television such as The Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock's TV show Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Students, before you read the story, I would like you to answer these MCQs for the better understanding of the chapter. First question is, who is a detective? The option given here are A. Criminal, B. A member of police force, C. Who finds out crime and criminals, D. A person in armed forces. You can find out that the answer is C. That means who finds out crime and criminals. The second question is, how does a detective collect information to solve crimes? The first option is A, by talking to witnesses, by collecting physical evidence, C, by searching records, D, all of the above. The correct answer is D, and you can find out that a detective collects information by talking to witnesses, collecting physical evidences, and by searching records also. For whom a detective works? A, for law enforcement agency, B, for police, C, privately, D, all of the above. You can see that a detective uses all these methods, so D is the option. The next question is, which activities doesn't come under criminal investigation? A is speeding and drunk driving, B is theft, C drug distribution, and D is distribution of services. You can see that all the three first mentioned activities are criminal activities, but distribution of services means to help somebody with the services. So the answer is of the fourth question is D. Fifth question is, what is generally not expected about the quality of the detective? Options are lazy and fat. Second option is smart and active. C, presence of mind, and D is quick investigator. So you can find the answer is A. It means that generally we expect that a detective should be smart and active. He should have presence of mind and he should be a quick investigator. But we never can expect a detective to be lazy and fat. Okay, with this, you must have come to know about the profession of the detectives and their life. And the whole story which you are going to read is going to revolve around the main character who is a detective. So we are now going to read the main characters' stories. There are only 3 characters in the whole story. We are going to get an account of all the 3. The first one is Ossible. He is a different kind of secret agent. Generally, secret agents that are described in detective books and shown very smart and gun friendly. Wine and dark-eyed beauties are associated with them. However, Ossible doesn't present such a romantic picture. He is very fat and sloppy. Physically, he may be fat, but mentally, he is very agile and quick-witted. He knows all the tricks of his trade. He is a very quick to react and can cook up story that may turn any kind of situation. He convinces even the crafty Max that there is a balcony below the window of his room. The next character is Fowler. Fowler is a young and romantic writer. He wants to write a book on detectives. Fowler forms a very romantic and grand picture of a secret agent in his mind. He finds Ossible not cracking pistols or surrounded by dark-eyed beauties like James Bond. He feels let down after meeting Ossible. The third character is Max. Max is a secret agent and a rival and enemy of Ossible. He is slender, a little less than tall. He appears crafty and has a countenance of a fox. There is nothing especially menacing about him except his pistol. He enters Ossible's room to take away a very important paper concerning some new missiles. So you must have come to know about the characters of the stories now, and now it will become easy for you to understand the story. And before going through the story, I am going to introduce it to you. This story is about a detective who defies the stereotype. As we know from novels and movies, Ossible is a fat man with short height and thick accent. A young writer goes to meet him to get some inspiration for his next story or novel. But as Ossible says, the young writer must be highly disappointed to see an unassuming person as a detective. However, when they reach Ossible's room, an intruder is already present in the room. Ossible uses his quick wit and makes a story of a non-existent balcony and policeman. The fear of police makes the intruder jump out of the window, only to crash at the ground. For better understanding of the story, I want to show you this video. Please go through it.
Let's see what happens in The Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. Fowler, a writer, had had high expectations of Ossible, a spy. He was, however, greatly disappointed. For one thing, Ossible was very fat. He also had a strong American accent. Moreover, there was absolutely no air of mystery around him. So, Ossible did not fit the writer's idea of a spy. Ossible sensed Fowler's disappointment, but he told Fowler to take heart. He led Fowler into a gloomy hotel room where he lived. He was to meet someone there and acquire an important paper which might affect the course of history. Many men and women had risked their lives for this paper. Saying so, Ossible entered the room and closed the door. As he switched on the light, Fowler felt his first thrill of the night. A man stood across the room with a gun in his hand. Ossible, surprised, greeted the intruder as Max. Max knew about the paper and had to come to acquire it himself. Ozable sat down on an armchair. He said he was going to complain to the hotel management. This was the second time someone had entered through the balcony. Max, surprised, commented that he entered using a passkey. He didn't know that the room had a balcony. Ozable, irritated, revealed that the balcony belonged to the room next to his, but was connected to his room as well. Anyone could enter that room and then climb into his through the balcony. Max then commanded Fowler to take a seat. They had half an hour before the appointment. Ozable wanted to know how Max knew about the paper. Max, in return, wanted to know how the report was acquired by Ozable. Just then, there was a knock on the door. Ozable smiled and said that he had called the police. He thought that such an important paper required extra protection. Max, cornered, threatened Ozable. He told him to send them away while he waited on the balcony. He threatened to shoot the police if they waited around. The knocking grew louder. A man called for Mr. Ozable. Max kept his gun pointed at Fowler and Ozable as he climbed over the balcony. Then, as the doorknob turned, Max jumped onto the balcony. As he did, he screamed. Now, the door opened. A waiter, carrying a tray, a bottle and 2 glasses, entered. He set the tray on the table, uncorked the bottle and left. Fowler stared as the waiter left. Ozable told him that he had never called the police. Fowler, confused, asked him about Max, who was waiting on the balcony. Ozable reassured him that Max would not return. After all, there was no balcony. Max had unknowingly jumped from the 6th floor window. So, Ozable, like a true spy, was able to outmaneuver his opponent and save his life.
Yes, students, I hope now you must have understood the story. Now for the quick review, I am going to take up some MCQs to find out that how much have you learned. There are 4 questions. First one is, what was Ozable's profession? I hope now all of you can answer it very quickly. Yes, his profession is that of a secret agent. So B is the answer. In the second question, where was Ozable staying? In French hotel, Fowler's home, or in American hotel? You can find out that he was staying in French hotel. The option is B. Who came to meet Ozable? Ozable's father, policeman, Fowler, or Max? You must have come to know that Fowler has come to meet him. So the option is C. What was Fowler's profession? A. Writer, B. Actor, C. A secret agent, D. Policeman. You must have found out from the story that the option is A, and Fowler was a writer. Thank you, students. I hope that now you will go through the textual story and be prepared for the next video to do related questions and exercises. Thank you very much.